You know, Robert, for a moment there, I thought you were accusing me of smuggling a treasure into Port Charles that doesn't even exist.
Would I do something like that to you, good friend?
I don't know. Would you, good friend?
Look, all I'm saying is that if there is a treasure, and if it's being smuggled out of Mexico, and if an ex-employee of yours happens to be involved.
That's a lot of ifs, Robert.
Look, Hines, a.k.a. Slater, had you conned all the time he was working for you.
All that means is that I'm getting older and slipping a little.
Hines was also behind that second attempt on Tony Jones' life at the hospital, and he didn't do it alone.
So he had an accomplice.
So maybe that person or persons are operating on your payroll, too.
Sounds to me like you really want to inspect that cargo from the Mexican shipment.
Let's put it this way. I'd appreciate it.
I could ask for a search warrant.
Call it an act of faith between friends.
Excuse me. Violet here.
I'm sorry to bother you, but Bert Ramsey told me that I could find Robert there.
Oh, sure, Holly. He's here. Hang on.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, Holly.
Oh, you sound cross.
I'm busy.
Well, I was just turning down the sheets on the bed, and I wondered what time you'd be home.
Why don't you keep them warm for me, love? I'll be home soon.
You promise?
I promise.
So, where were we?
You tell me. You want a search warrant?
I've got nothing to hide.
I thought you did.
Look, I want to catch Matt Hines as much as you do, Robert.
So what are we arguing about? Let's go look at that cargo.
Hey, that's a good idea, buddy. You got it. Let's go.
Hey, PK. Quite an operation, Danny.
Ah, here we are, Bay D. Yeah, it is a pretty good operation. You do all right. What can I tell you? What can I tell you?
I haven't seen this part of your organization before.
Oh, that's right. You've never been in the warehouse before, have you?
It's yours.
Big, isn't it?
This it?
Yeah, this is it. Here, maybe this will help you. It's the bill of lading for the Mexican shipment.
That's not really necessary.
Go on, take it. I wouldn't want you to think I was hiding anything.
You're making this difficult for me, you know.
Well, maybe this will make it easier. Go on, be my guest.
What's bugging you?
Nothing. You wanted to see the shipment, so I brought you down here. No problem.
You and I go way back, Sean, and I mean way back. You must know it's Slater's accomplice I'm after and not you.
The only thing I know is that you won't be satisfied until you inspect the cargo from the shipment, so why don't you do it and get it over with?
You're a strange bird, Sean Donnelly. Quite lovely. I guess, more of the same in there.
If that's what it says in the bill of lading.
Let's try this one. Very, very nice. I would imagine the frame is probably worth as much as the painting.
I really wouldn't know. Professor Estevez picked up most of this stuff for me. There seems to be a surge in the market for Mexican artwork here and abroad.
Yeah, I can imagine. Merchandise is as good as this. So what we got here? Oh. Guess this sort of makes me a material witness, huh? All right. Once we go the whole way. Very nice indeed.
Satisfied?
Satisfied.
I'm not.
All right. It's your turn. I deserve it.
Wasn't for our friendship, Robert, I really would. Who the hell do you think you are, running roughshod like some vigilante? The next time you want to play Marshal Dillon, buddy, you better be sure you've got a search warrant.
Well, if it isn't the Sandman come to sprinkle midnight dust.
No, I know. It's way past my bedtime. But it was worth it.
What have you and Sean been up to at this late hour?
I've been testing him.
Robert, you didn't.
I'm ashamed to admit it, but yes. I had to find out whether he was lying about his involvement with Slater.
You really thought that Sean was involved?
Well, look at the facts. I mean, Slater comes from Mexico. I find Slater's fingerprints in Donnelly's safe. And to cap it all off, while we're waiting, there's a shipment turns up at his warehouse from Mexico. Now, given all of those things, what would you have thought?
Well, maybe... I don't know.
There, you see? I had to put aside my feelings for Sean and see whether my suspicions were right or wrong.
I just don't see how you could suspect Sean of murder.
How do you think I felt about it? I mean, do you think I liked setting all these little tests, these traps? I mean, looking for the first telltale signs of guilt?
I don't know. How did you feel?
It hurt. It hurt like hell.
But he passed the test.
I'm happy to report with flying colors.
Oh, I'm glad.
Good. Then it's settled. It's done. It was over. It's finished. It had to be done.
It's just that there should be some things that are taken on faith, you know? Oh, I guess I'm just frightened.
Of what?
Of that cold-blooded WSB side of yours.
I know. Once you've got it, you never lose it. That's why most WSB agents never marry, even after they leave the service.
Like Sean?
Like Sean. All right. Now, I desperately need a shower. And then I want to get back to more current events.
You know, all this talk about making your best friend the subject of a ruthless investigation's kind of put me out of the mood a bit.
Okay. Suit yourself. Well,
you smug thing. Go take a shower. All right. WSB agents don't get married. So why did you marry me?
To save you from a fate worse than death, and I'm talking about deportation, not what was left of your virtue.
St. George rescuing the fair maiden from the horrible fire-eating dragon, is that it?
More like Daddy Warbucks rescuing his down-and-out little orphan Annie from jail and deportation.
But was it worth it?
I don't know.
Well, we're just gonna have to see if we can convince you. Well,
Arf, says Sandy.
You have to admit it is a lot more fun than being lost in some South American jungle living off bark and roots, isn't it?
Well, I'm not sure. I need some more convincing.
Well, I'll do my best.
You know, marriage certainly has some great fringe benefits.
You mean perks like this?
Come to think of it, I'm feeling rather perky right now.
Yes, I noticed.
No. You are a unique woman, my love.
I am?
One of the few women in captivity that can really understand a man like me.
Well, actually, it's not too hard to figure out what you need right now.
Arf, 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 arf.
Oh,
Damn! Scorpio! Hello, Lee. Lee? Lee, do you have any idea what hour it is? No, that's all right. What is it? What? What? No! No, I said no. But... All right. Look, if I say yes, will you let me get back to what I was doing? Pretty please? What? Oh, fine. New York? Yeah, I'm writing it all down as we speak, Lee. Yeah. Good night.
And what did Lee want at this late hour?
It would appear that I'm to be honored at one of those tribute things in New York.
Sounds great. Can I go? I'll tell them all about that time when you got your toes stuck in the tap. And I...
You wouldn't dare.
Well, who's gonna stop me?
The tickle monster. Uncle? 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 Like it.
Hey, you don't play fair.
I know.
Well, since I'm not going to be allowed to get up on the podium and say nice things about you, I guess I'll have to pay a little tribute to you now.
Sounds hot.
Oh, you're going to love it.
Hmm?
Robert? Robert, what is it?
I don't know, just restless, I guess.
You're worrying about Sean, aren't you? You did what you felt was right. That's all anybody can expect of you.
Why don't you go back to bed, love? I'll be there in a minute.